Hello, today is August 15th, 2026. It's a Saturday and we're working on this again. We got our latest alternator design all put together as best we could with the tools we had and stuff. We have stripped away the inessentials, what was not needed in it for extracting centrifugal force, or at least that's what we're hoping anyway. We have a new stator in there, and squeeze in here. We're going to remove 107 and put, well, that's the alternator is now 108 because the alternator is the 108th prototype. That's complete. I mean, we started that other prototype about maybe 3 years ago, but just, I mean, wintertime, I can't work outside on the project in the wintertime. It's 30 below and 20 below and stuff, so it get pretty much research gets shut down in the wintertime. Anyways, what was 108 will probably end up being 109, and the alternator is going to be 108. Anyways, so we don't have to keep too much track of that. So I'm going to remove this, and I will take it apart and take a look at the internal wirings that I got on it, just in case I got it backwards. I might have the polarity backwards, and I will switch the polarity and then put it back again. But you have to take it all apart in order to do that, because it wasn't really designed to be taken apart and stuff. And there are people way smarter than me to integrate all this stuff if we ever succeed. But somebody's got to do it first, right? So we just throw stuff together and do what we can. I will get that alternator mounted and we'll test it and we'll see what happens. Okay, talk to you in a bit. Bye-bye. Hello, so we're back working on this again. We have our alternator 108 in here. We tested it, and it's getting pretty good. We do not have much of a magnetic field coming into the device. There's not much. So we turn on the 5 volts. Get a substantial magnetic field. So I was expecting to have somewhat of a magnetic field here. If we turn on the 5 volts, I'm getting a north at this end. I'm just going to reverse that polarity and see what we got. They might be fighting against each other. I'll be right back. Hello, so we reversed the polarity on our test coil, and sure enough, our south follows. I don't know why we're not getting a north, but as we can see, when we use a magnetic field to push off the centrifugal force, that coil seems to be working right, but I don't think that we're capturing the centrifugal force, not yet. So although this device was covering a lot of things like Faraday's paradox and compensating for that, it's probably just not big enough. It's probably just too small. So I'll do some more testing on it and see what I figure, but we might have to just move on to the next one. We got 109 lined up, and that's all we can do is just keep plugging away until we get something that actually works. But I am worried that a lot of these devices that I have been making are just too small to create the centrifugal force to be extracted. So wouldn't that be a shame if we were extracting such a small amount of centrifugal force that we couldn't measure it, right? So I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. I gotta make it work so that it works, and we can push a piston in an engine. But I'll probably pack it up for today on this. I might test a few more things. I might bump our alternator voltage up to 12 volts. It's just at 5 volts now, and we will see what we can see with that, and go from there. Anyways, hello. So we tried the 12 volts going into the alternator because we added a bunch of resistance to that rotor core, and still no results, right? So it could just be that it's too small of a scale. Maybe that's why a lot of these aren't working, because in theory it should have worked, right? If it was bigger, like the size of a washing machine, then I could see maybe some kind of results, because then we have substantial centrifugal force, and if we're catching even 1% of it or 5% of it, then at least it might show up under such a large scale. But anyways, we tried, and we're gonna pack it up for today and go back to the drawing board. I did pick up a stator for a washing machine for the inverter generator I was gonna build, because I got rid of that inverter one. I was having too many problems trying to get it to all fit together, so I'm just gonna start from scratch with that. And the new design is a lot better, because it compensates for issues that the original design or the original version did not compensate for. So well, we gave it a try anyways. This alternator's been sitting for a while. I built it mostly last winter, because you can't do nothing without a shop and tools and heat. So at least we got to test it, which it worked. It sort of functioned anyway. I'll test some more to make sure that nothing else was wrong with it as it was performing. And that's it for August the 15th, 2026. Till next time, bye bye.